Hello to all and to all, hello. Welcome to my channel. I don't know if you guys notice anything different, but I am in my most favorite uniform of them all, my ABUs. Love them to death.
I mean, because why in the fuck else would I be wearing my ABUs on my off day?
So a little background on me. I've been in the Air Force for about 3.5 years. And I absolutely love it. I love everything about it. I love the organization. I honestly love the Air Force. Like, I honestly do love it. There are a ton of Air Force videos, a ton of military videos out there. However, I personally feel like you can never have enough, I guess, Air Force Q&As because it's constantly changing. I've been in only 3.5 years, and there has been so many changes in the 3.5 years that I have been in. I don't even know how we keep up, to be honest. So, without further ado, let's get into this video. No, seriously, let's get into the video. Question number 1. How do I get into the Air Force? Well, in order to get in any branch in the military, you have to take the most important test of your life, which is the ASVAB. Okay, maybe it's not the most important test of your life, but it's pretty damn important. There's a certain number or a certain score that you have to score on the test in order to get in one of the branches. However, the Air Force is probably, I think it is the hardest branch to get into. For instance, when I took the ASVAB in high school, every recruiter called me except for the Air Force recruiter. And here I am in the Air Force. So after you take the ASVAB, you'll go to the recruiter, and he or she will probably call you and of course tell you what you scored, and from there they will put you in DEP, which is delayed entry program. Usually you go into DEP. Some people don't. Some people leave a week after talking to their recruiter. I had to finish my senior year in high school, and yes, I joined right out of high school, like 3 months after graduation. Pretty much the ASVAB is the most important thing because it also determines what kind of job you get. Depending on how high you score, it depends on the job. So if you score like super high, you're probably gonna get like an intelligence job or something like that. So basically, yeah, take the ASVAB, score good on the ASVAB. By the way, if I have any freshmen, sophomore, juniors, or seniors watching this video right now, listen to me, listen. Take that test serious. I cannot count how many people have regretted not taking that test serious in high school. So yes, if you are taking that test in high school, please take that test serious. It determines how far you go in life. Okay, maybe not in life again. Okay, yeah, I like to over-exaggerate, but you know, who cares? You know what, that was a long ass answer. I don't think I should make any more of my answers that long. No, fuck it, people wanna know. Question number 2, how do I choose a job? When you go to MEPS, you will, which is basically in processing into the military, they will give you a long list of jobs on a sheet of paper. You're gonna look at the paper and you're probably gonna be confused because it's gonna be a bunch of big words that you have never in your life heard of, and you probably will never in your life hear again. However, just ask the person that's right there what this job means, what do they do. So after he gives you the list, he's gonna tell you, or she is going to tell you to pick 5 jobs. Yes, 5 jobs. Out of those 5 jobs, you will get one of them. Will you get your first pick, second pick, third pick, who knows? So yeah, and after that, your recruiter will call you back and tell you, hey, you got this job, that job, whatever job you want. Hopefully you like the job. I mean, at that moment, you are still not locked into the Air Force. By the way, you are not entitled to go to any branch of the military until you step foot in basic. Once you are in basic, then you are fucked for the next 4 to 6 years. Alright, question number 3. How long are the contracts? In the Air Force, we have 2 types of contracts. We have a 4-year contract and a 6-year contract. Now, follow me. If you sign a 4-year contract, you will start at the bottom of the barrel at E1, which is Airman Basic. Nothing is wrong with that because I have seen plenty of people that surpass all of the 6-year enlistees. You know, I've seen it because you can get BTZ, you can get picked up for staff first. Like, don't let that 4-year contract discourage you, or that whole starting out at E1 discourage you. If you want to do 4 years, do 4 years. I don't think there is any benefit to a 4 or a 6-year contract. And on a 4-year contract, if you do JROTC in high school and come in with a certain amount of college credits, I don't want to say it's an entire degree, like associate's degree, but at the same time, it's not like 2 classes. You have to have a certain amount of college credits, and you will be granted E3 the first day of basic. You will never, ever, ever touch E1 or E2. You will go directly to E3 and work your way up from there. If you sign a 6-year contract, you will get E3 automatically. As soon as you graduate tech school, you'll be E3, which is admin first class. When I was coming in, the guy told me that, hey, if you sign a 6-year contract, you'll have a better chance of going where you want to go. You'll have a better chance of having your first duty station, or your dream sheet. So but however, he did not fool me. I was like, you know what, I want to do 4, but just in case I don't like it. I knew I was going to like it, but just in case. So I did 4 years. I didn't start at the bottom because I did ROTC in high school. But even if I didn't do ROTC, I got BTZ. So, alright, question number 4. How long is BMT? BMT is, or basic military training, is a total of 8 weeks. 8 horrible fucking weeks. Yeah, it used to be 6 weeks like a few years ago, but yeah, I guess they did away with that. So now it is 8 weeks. I guess that's a short question. Question number, is 5? No. What's 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5 is 5. 5. How do I prepare for BMT? First off, do not go lift weights. That is your biggest fucking mistake. In basic, you do push-ups, sit-ups, and you run like 100,000 miles a day.
No, literally, it's like 100,000, maybe even 200,000, seriously.
Honestly, I personally feel like there is no way that you can prepare for basic. You cannot prepare for that level of stress, that level of mental deterioration. However, I do recommend doing push-ups, sit-ups, and running. I don't think you can push yourself as hard as they are going to push you in basic. That will help you out. I don't think it will necessarily get you, like, once you go in basic, you're like, oh, this is nothing, this is a piece of cake. Unless you were an athlete in high school, or you're just really good at working out, doing push-ups, sit-ups, and running, then you will do fine. Eating healthy, you can if you want to. In basic, you're gonna eat. You are going to eat. Eating was not even a stress factor in basic. I was good. I think I gained like 10 pounds in basic, actually. Lost all of it when I came into the Rear Air Force, but hey, that's fine. All right, question number 6. Can I choose where I can be stationed at? All right, this is a pretty common question. In basic training, you will have a dream sheet that you fill out. Your dream sheet is basically all the bases that you prefer to go to. You can pick Travis Air Force Base in California. You can pick Eglin Air Force Base in Florida. From my experience and from what I have seen, most people have gotten relatively close to where they wanted to go. I think my station, I'm stationed at Charleston Air Force Base, and I think my Charleston was like number 3 on my list. I have many friends that got like their first choice, their second choice. I haven't really met anyone that, I think I've only met like a handful of people since I've been in that have got like their last choice. Don't take this and run with it and say, oh well, he said that I'm gonna get my first duty station. No, it doesn't work like that. However, from my experience, I have seen, people get their first or second or third duty station. Now, you can choose whether or not you want to go overseas. On that dream sheet, you can put the base that you want to go to. You can put the state that you want to go to, which means, suppose I wanted to be stationed in Florida. It doesn't matter what base, I just want to be stationed somewhere in Florida. I will write, it's some code that they give you. and you write Florida basically in the code or whatever, and that tells the person that chooses the job or that chooses the base for you that, hey, put me somewhere in Florida. It doesn't matter if it's Herberville, Eglin, it doesn't matter, just put me somewhere in Florida. You do have the option to pick all overseas bases, and you do have the option to pick all stateside bases. Is it guaranteed that if you pick all overseas bases that you will get it? No, nothing is guaranteed in the Air Force. Nothing is guaranteed in the Air Force. The only thing you're guaranteed is your name, honestly. And hell, you're barely guaranteed that. So yeah, whichever one you choose, hopefully you can get your first, second, or third pick. If you don't be discouraged, because there are ways around everything. I have seen people stay at a base for a year and they got orders and had to go somewhere else. So, or not necessarily had to, but they chose to PCS somewhere else. So, you know, you can always get lucky like that, in which that's not uncommon at all. I have like 3 friends doing that right now. Yeah, just don't get discouraged. Make sure you make the best out of every base that you are at, because I would hate for you to hate the Air Force because of your location. Alright, question number 7, and this is the final question, and it is, should I do ROTC in high school? Yes and no. Well, not no, but I feel like if I was talking to someone that asked this question, I feel like they would ask me if it was beneficial. Was it beneficial? Yes. Yeah, for the most part it was. I did ROTC in high school. I did Army ROTC or JROTC, and it was pretty cool. It was alright. It was high school. So back to the contracting. JROTC in high school allows you to get E3 as soon as you enter basic, or admin first class as soon as you enter basic. So if you take JROTC in high school and you decide that you want to get in the military, you know, I think you have to get a paper signed by whoever the commanding person or whoever the instructor is in JROTC, and then you submit that paperwork to your recruiter, and your recruiter should have everything in order, and by the time you get in basic, you should be getting paid as an E3. You won't have on the stripes yet, but you should be getting paid as an E3 for sure. So basically JROTC helped me out with movements like left face, right face, about face. It definitely helped me out with all of that, marching and everything. I went in basic knowing every single thing. I didn't really get yelled at because I knew pretty much how to do all of that from being in JROTC. Yes, I could say for basic training purposes, yes, ROTC can help you out because you will be used to doing the PT. You'll be used to wearing a uniform. You'll be used to having to stand at attention or stand at parade rest for, I don't know, some higher up in your class or something. You'll be used to having to do all that. So being that you will be used to doing all of that, basic training should be a piece of cake for you. Alright, so that is all of the questions that I have for my Air Force question and answer video. If you have any more questions, please, 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 I am no recruiter. By all means, I am no recruiter. However, if you do have questions, you know, if you want like my personal opinion or anything, don't be afraid to contact me somehow via YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, anything like that. Don't be afraid. I promise you I will answer every single question you have, and I will try to answer it to the best of my ability. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope my video was pretty informative. And if you are a high school freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior that is trying to get in the military, I would say go ahead and do it. It is the best decision that I have ever made in my life, and I don't regret any of it. So until next time, you guys, I will catch you guys. That was really cool. Later.